All right, that is the word from the ECB, and that's everything that we're tracking as far as global markets go. But let's now talk about everything you should watch as we get into this trading session. Our research team is here with the trade setup as well as the individual stocks that could be in focus today. Mangalam, Vivek, and Surbhi all join me now for to prep you up for this trading session. Guys, a very good morning to all of you. Vivek, coming to you first for how the market cues are looking. The handover is extremely solid.
Well, you're absolutely right. Good morning. We are set to end the week on a strong note, at least as far as the open is concerned. U.S. markets, like you indicated, gave a strong finish, and mainly on the back of the fact that some of the worries regarding the First Republic Bank now seems to have eased. European markets, now despite the ECB rate hike, actually managed to end quite higher, and Credit Suisse too, on the back of the credit facility, that particular stock took gain, and that also aided the positive sentiment as far as European markets were concerned. Crude futures, yesterday, after the sharp sell-off that we saw in the previous session, yesterday both of them gained close to 1%. WTI futures now trading closer to the $68 a barrel mark. Now coming closer to the Indian markets, Indian markets yesterday closed well off the session lows, but the worrying part continues to remain that the Nifty closed below the 17,000 level for the second straight session. And one of the biggest laggards as far as Indian markets were concerned was the metal pack. Metal pack yesterday underperformed by a significant extent. Now today, there are some very important cues. The first cue, of course, is the rebalancing as far as the FTSE indices are concerned, and also the Bharat 22 ETF. A positive note as far as FTSE is concerned, because it's a net inflow of close to $400 million for the Indian markets. Some market at close buying would be seen today. Asian markets, SGX Nifty, all of them indicating a gap up start for our own markets today.
All right, gap up start. Let's see how things move from there. Vivek, thanks a lot for that. Let's also talk about the individual stocks which will be in focus in today's trading session. The big news really came out on TCS. So Surbhi is here to fill us in with all of that action.
Hi, so the big news that has come overnight is that Rajesh Gopinathan, MD and CEO of TCS, has now resigned, and K. Krithivasan will take over that position. Defense stocks will also be in focus, like Bharat Forge and Hindustan Aeronautics, as Defense Acquisition Council approves proposal worth 70,500 crores. Next on my radar is Samvardhan Motherson, where the board approves acquisition of the remaining 50% stake in Freitsmeyer Motherson Cabin for 111 crores. Next is Hindustan Zinc, where the board is going to consider fourth interim dividend for FY23 on March 21st. RVNL, the company emerges as the lowest bidder for a project worth 111 odd crores. And lastly, Voltas, where the company's subsidiary bags an order worth 1770 crores for power distribution and also a solar project.
All right, Surbhi, thanks a lot for bringing us all of that individual stock-specific action. But finally, let's talk about the cues from the futures and options space. Mangalam, we saw a volatile session before, that last hour recovery came through. How are the cues looking?
Well, it was indeed a volatile session in yesterday's trading session. In fact, we saw 3 recoveries, and all 3 recoveries were sold into. But for what it's worth, we managed to close mildly in the green. That is the first green tick that we saw in the last 5 trading sessions. 16,750 to 16,850 has emerged as an important support zone for the Nifty from a long-term standpoint. So that is something we'll be watching out for. In terms of cash market flows, they were, of course, impacted by some of the large trades as well. Samvardhana Motherson being one of them. The FIS sold about 282 crores in cash. DIIs bought about 2,051 crores. In index futures, however, the FI's relentless selling continues. Yesterday, the overall sell was close to around 1,815 crores. Nifty Bank saw a sale of almost 1,000 odd crores, whereas the Nifty saw 800 crore worth sale in index futures. The FIIs are now just 11% long in index futures, 89% short, and their net short exposure is the highest ever that we've seen at 1.63 lakh contracts. So something's got to give at some point. The SGX Nifty indicating a 100-point bump up, but that again is a problem because, the market opens right into the resistance zone. The recent highs of the Nifty, 17,200, could be a bit of a resistance that we are expecting. So maybe the market moves in a range of 16,800 to 17,200 in the near term. Watch out for the 17,000 call as well as the 17,000 put. Both of them have been extremely active, and these options expire next week. Together, the premium on these 2 counters is close to around 300 odd rupees. So those who are playing for a range, they too are expecting that 16,700 to 17,300 sort of range. It is volatile. The SGX Nifty indicates a gap up. Let's see where we go.
All right, let's see where we go. Mangalam, thanks a lot for lining up all of those FNO cues for us. But with that, it's time for a short break on the show. The big news on the corporate front comes through as Rajesh Gopinathan resigns as CEO and MD of TCS. So we're going to bring you all of the details when we come back.